Tech problems got you in a crunch? Welcome to The Fix. Simple solutions for staff.
Do you remember your first bad email mistake? I remember mine like it was yesterday. I was in my mid-20s working in consulting and a client emailed me an answer to a question. The client wasn't correct in their answer, but I didn't want to call them out directly. So I decided I'd email another client, calling them out to that client and asking that client to correct them. I needed to spell the last name of the client though, so I put their email address in the to fields to look at the spelling of their last name. Yeah, you know where this is going. I forgot to delete the client I was talking about's email address and ended up sending them the email directly. It was horrible.
Have you had an experience like this? If you have, then there's good news. With the Microsoft Outlook app, you have the ability to recall emails. Hi, I'm Todd the Tech, host of The Fix, and in today's Fix, we're going to look at how to use the Microsoft Outlook app to recall emails before a recipient opens it. And then we'll also look at how to undo emails on the Microsoft web portal. So let's get started. So now that we're on our computer here, we're going to go through how to recall an email. So we need to open up our Outlook app. And then if we compose a new email, I will send one to myself. I can send this email, and if I have not opened the email, or if the recipient has not opened the email, there is a way that you can recall it. First thing we need to do is come down to our sent items right here. And we can see that we sent an email called test, test, test. What we simply do is double click so that it opens up this sent email. We can come up here into our tags, into the move section right here, and hit this one right here where it says more move actions. And we can say recall this message. And then we have this option box that pops up that says you can either delete unread copies of this message or delete unread copies and replace with a new message. And then you can check the box to say tell me if recall succeeds or fails for each recipient. So I'll check that, and I'm going to go with the delete the unread copy but not replace it. So I click OK. Now when this happens, and it will say message was recalled successfully on 12/21/2021, 8:59 a.m. So the message was recalled. So one thing to note is that if you do send an email and then recall it, your recipients will be notified that you recalled an email. So now let's look at how we can undo or recall an email in the Microsoft Office web portal. So what we'll do is we'll open up a web browser and we'll go to outlook.office.com and we will log in with our credentials. Now one thing that is very important to note with the web portal is that you only have 10 seconds to undo an email that you send. So if you type up an email and you hit send and then you realize that there's a little detail that you missed, you have 10 seconds to undo it. After that, it gets sent and there is no way to retrieve it. So now that we're on the web portal, if we want to have an undo option for an email that we want to recall, we only have 10 seconds to do it, and we have to set it up in the settings. So we're going to come over here in the settings, and we're going to choose View All Outlook Settings, and we're going to make sure we're clicked on Mail, Compose and Reply, and then we're going to scroll down until we see Undo Send. And that means that we can cancel our messages that we just clicked send to for up to 10 seconds. So we need to move this scroll bar here all the way to the right to where it says the number 10. We can close out of this and go on with our test. So we'll create a new message. So if I click test, 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 and I come down and I click send, we'll have a box that pops up right here that I can choose to undo within 10 seconds, and it stops the send. Now in terms of recalling an email, it's not the same as an Outlook, where that is dependent upon the person opening the email. This is 10 seconds and done. If we don't click undo within 10 seconds, it is sent. So my recommendation is it might be a good idea to make a habit to come here in the web portal. Instead of sending, click this down arrow and choose to send later, and give yourself some time to ruminate on whether or not you need to recall the email or edit it. So you can send it out a couple of days later, and then if you need to, you can go back in there and you can modify it. So that is how you recall emails in the Outlook app, and how you undo emails in the 10 seconds after clicking send in the Outlook web portal. So there you have it. Once again, this is Todd the Tech, host of The Fix. And until next time, ciao.
The Fix.